This is my chest exercise tier list. I'll be ranking chest exercises based mainly on my personal experience. I've been training for 10 years, so I feel confident sharing what's actually worked for me. I won't be referencing any questionable studies about EMG readings or similar metrics. Let's focus on what delivers results in the gym, not just on paper. Let's start with the barbell bench press. I really like this one. It checks every box for a solid chest movement. This is as close to a must-do as any exercise gets. So, for me, it's definitely S-tier. Next is the dumbbell bench press, which allows for a greater range of motion at the bottom than the barbell version. That extra stretch could help you build more muscle, but the choice between dumbbells and barbells depends on your preference. I'd suggest switching between both every few months to keep your training fresh and help avoid plateaus. The dumbbell bench press also goes into S-tier. Now for the decline dumbbell bench press. I'm not a fan. Some people bring this up for lower chest development, but honestly, it feels awkward. Sure, it might seem fun when you're using light dumbbells, but try loading 100 pounds dumbbells onto a decline bench without help. It's a struggle. You'd need a partner just to hand them to you. So for me, it's firmly in the D tier. The decline barbell bench press is a bit better than the dumbbell version, but it's risky if your form is off. I've seen many people lower the bar way too high on their chest, close to their neck, which is a recipe for shoulder issues. It's slightly better than the dumbbell variation, so I'll rank it C-tier, but overall, decline pressing isn't essential, especially for beginners. Consider it later down the line, once you've built more experience. Now let's talk about push-ups. The standard push-up is a great movement, but once you reach a certain level, you'll need to add resistance, which can get tricky. A weighted vest won't be enough for long. You might use a backpack with plates, but that setup can be unstable. The plates can shift around or even fall off, risking injury. However, a quality backpack and careful setup can solve this. So the weighted push-up lands in a tier for me. It would be S-tier, but the setup difficulty knocks it down slightly. Still, it's a solid alternative if you can't bench for some reason. Since we're on push-ups, let me share my favorite variation. I won't go into every type, there are just too many, but one standout is the ring push-up. Turn your wrists outward as you press up for a tough high-quality contraction. Even without added weight, this one is challenging. It's an A-tier exercise as well. Now, one variation I want to call out is the medicine ball push-up. I think this one is completely useless. Balancing on an unstable surface forces you to focus more on stability than on working your chest. Unstable training like this doesn't help with building muscle. So whether it's doing push-ups on a ball or squatting on a bassoon, just skip it. This one goes straight to the science-based F-tier. Let's return to exercises that are actually worth doing. The incline bench press, whether with dumbbells or barbells, also a top-tier movement. Everything I said about the flat bench applies here too. Great overall development. Definitely S-tier. We haven't discussed isolation exercises yet, so let's cover the two most common ones. First, the dumbbell fly. Personally, I'm not a huge fan, but that's just a preference. It's still a good isolation movement, though I believe there are better options. I'll put it in B tier. You might see this differently, and that's okay. Next is the cable fly, which I really enjoy. The tension throughout the movement is excellent, and that's why I like it more than dumbbell flies. For me, this is easily S-tier. Now let's look at the landmine press. It's one of my personal favorites, but even I admit it's not ideal for everyone. Always use both hands for this, and the kneeling version is much better than standing. You also need experience to make sure you're targeting your chest and not your shoulders. So, while I like it, it's more of a B-tier exercise. Then there's the pec deck machine. This one can be a trap for beginners. You hop on a machine without much thought and just go. It's not terrible, but there are clearly more effective options. Rather than jumping between machines, focus on basics. I'd say this lands in the C-tier. Next up is something called the squeeze press or a similar name. This is one of those flashy exercises that goes viral on TikTok, but honestly, it's terrible. Please avoid it. Straight to the science-based F-tier. Don't worry, I didn't forget about dips. These are very effective, and I'm putting them in a tier. They're not S-tier only because some people find them tough on their shoulders. Also, once you get really strong, managing multiple heavy plates between your legs can get awkward, but that's a good problem to have. Let's now look at a somewhat controversial exercise, the dumbbell pullover. Some people love it, others hate it. I think of it more as a light accessory movement, but it does target the chest in a unique way and helps expand the rib cage, which some might find useful. It's not among the best chest exercises, but it's different enough to earn C-tier. In my book. Moving on, we have the chest press machine. This one deserves attention. You can lock in and push with full effort, exactly what you want for building muscle. If your gym has one, it's definitely worth using. I rank it a tier. Finally, the Smith machine. It provides more stability. Similar to the chest press, that allows you to focus on pushing the weight. The downside is the fixed path, which can cause shoulder discomfort for some. Personally, I'm not a huge fan, so I'll place it in the B-tier. So, that's my full chest exercise tier list. Do you agree with these rankings? What would you adjust? Are there any exercises I missed? Drop your thoughts in the comments.